How, boys? How does a human being walk in this earth for so long looking like this, Erin Banks, to this, Greek God, 2022 Mr. Olympia? I don't know how many shows he's won in the first couple years of his career, but it's a lot. How does someone go from this to this so fast? I know a lot of people watching this, especially if you're new to the channel, are going to say drugs. It's all steroids, Hart. It's steroids. Without steroids, there's no way. But there's 3 key ingredients, boys. And I'm going to have these in order from most important to least important. The first one is genetics. Without genetics, Erin Banks would not be able to look like this. He's probably a hyper responder. Discipline. Without discipline, without sticking to the plan that his coach Cuts provided day in and day out, he would not look like this. And then the third one, of course, is steroids. But people forget about the first 2. It's genetics, which gives him his shape, which gives him his muscle insertions, which gives him the ability to hyper respond to the drugs. It's the discipline. And then it's the drugs. It's all 3, boys. And a lot of people don't have all 3. They could, but they choose not to. Erin Banks says, all you got to do is believe 100% in yourself and you'll be unstoppable. This is a week ago. This is your 2022 Men's Physique Mr. Olympia, and this guy looks incredible. He's not slowing down anytime soon. I love the hashtags. He says hashtag stay home. And he ain't talking about the fans. Trust me, he wants all of us to show up to watch him defeat everyone up there. Destroy everyone up there on the 2023 Arnold Classic stage. He says, I'm not using any filters. But who's he talking about when he says stay home? Who do you think Erin Banks is shooting that towards? Towards the competition, boys. He says, stay home, boys. It's going to be an easy win for him. And honestly, I agree. I love this comment. It says, I got you on my lock screen, big dog. True inspiration. I look up to you and aspire to be at your level and being a family guy and settle big dog energy. If you're a tall dude and you work out, you automatically are a fan of Erin Banks. Automatically are a fan of this physique. Why? Because you can see your physique within Erin's. All the tall dudes around the world are finding out about Erin Banks, are finding about men's physique, and they love it. I put up a fucking short the other day about Erin Banks and his height and all this stuff. All these tall guys are commenting. And it's great to see, because I feel like for so long, very short, small, stocky dudes ran men's physique, but it's a new era. And the judges, the Olympia organization says it's a new era, man. I mean, you guys are looking at it. Insane photos. Look at this. I love hitting this pose. This is one of my favorite poses to hit, especially when I'm on prep, right? And I'm all sauced up and I'm lean and I'm looking good. A lot of people never feel what Erin Banks is feeling right here. A lot of people never feel what I felt on prep when you push yourself for so long and you work so hard and you're so proud of your physique, guys. It's crazy. He says this was 2 weeks ago. I'll be honest, boys. I mean, edits aside, I've never seen Erin Banks this lean. It's crazy. He continues to get better. And that goes back to my very first point, genetics. Genetics are everything. This is a game of the genetic elite. You will never become a top men's physique pro without top tier genetics. It's just straight facts. You can be good, you can compete, you can go pro, but if your genetics aren't, 1 in a million, like Erin Banks, you will never be a top 10 Olympian. And that's just hard, straight facts, boys. This is a game of the genetic elite. He says 3 more weeks to improve and be better than ever. Here's the list. Who the fuck, excuse my language, man, it's early, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Who's beating Erin Banks at the 2022 Arnold Classic? There's the list. You guys pick someone out. You comment down below. You tell me who's beating this guy. Is it going to be Carlos? I've been covering him. Is it going to be Edvon? I've been covering him. Is it going to be Emmanuel Hunter, who got 2nd place last year to him? Is he going to bring enough this year? No. The only way Aaron is losing is if he comes in completely off, which it doesn't look like he's going to, and someone else comes in money. I love this photo, man. I talked about this in my Olympia recap video. You guys showed that video so much love, almost 100,000 views on that men's physique recap, which is crazy because my 2021 recap got like 8,000 views. So I love you boys, man. Thank you for supporting the division. Thank you for supporting the channel. This is only the beginning. Look at this. I didn't know they were touching fingers like that. I love that. That has to be Fabrizzio's idea. Fabrizzio Dos Santos, Mr. Underrated, for a multitude of reasons that I'm going to talk about in this video. He says, work hard until your idols become your rivals. Holy shit. That really came true. He really manifested that. He says the most gratifying thing from competing at the Mr. Olympia was when Jeremy Buendia himself, the greatest Mr. Olympia men's physique, came to speak with me backstage. The prejudging saying he couldn't understand why I wasn't at least in the mix, why I wasn't in the top 10. Excuse me, boys. I'm getting over a cold here. He says, let's make his prediction a reality next time I set foot on that stage. That's crazy, boys. I don't know if Jeremy Buendia went up to any other guy other than his client, Joban Segaban, right? But imagine the greatest of all time coming backstage right after you got off stage and got like last place and saying, bro, I don't know why you weren't in the top 10. If that doesn't motivate the shit out of you, I don't know what will. My girlfriend's over here laughing. Like, it's crazy, bro. I can feel the energy from over here. Latest update. He says, this is my most recent posing session since the Olympia. I said, I love it. He comments, he says, thanks, master. I fucking love it, Fabrizzio. Another great comment. Marius Florentin Fit says, underrated. Completely underrated. Completely underrated. You guys even know who this is? I've done a few videos on Fabrizzio, but do you know who this man is? Because Iron_Calamy says the future. And I 1000% agree. Erica Bray says, love your physique, love your posing style. It's very unique to you. Keep doing that, brother. You're on your way. I love it. It is a very unique posing style to him. How do you guys want this guy to pose? Like everyone else? I wouldn't want that. If I was competing again, I wouldn't want to pose like every single other guy. Because look at these comments. Bro, you top look good. Congrats, but them legs. So many bashing comments on these guys' legs. And people don't understand calves. That's pretty much what they're talking about. Calves are one of the hardest muscle groups to grow on the human body. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. And it's a genetic thing. I feel like a lot of time people who shoot these guys down with no calves are people who just genetically have calves. So it's easy for them to shoot these guys down. Fabrizzio has insane legs. He has other pictures and videos of his legs. He has great legs, boys. And I love this comment, man. Even when you walk on water, they'll talk about the shoes you used to walk them with. Let them enjoy. Oof. Quote of the day, man. Quote of the fucking day. So many people are hating on Fabrizzio because of his arms. And they hate on him because they know if they put a negative comment like this, Poppy Pump Portiz says, physique posing is hard to watch. And it gets 367 likes. A lot of people don't know how to talk positive about men's physique. So they know if they put a negative comment, they're going to get a lot of traction. Don't be one of those people. And if you ever click on whoever says this shit, it's never someone who has a physique themselves, who respects the game, who respects other people. It's never someone like that, boys. So don't ever let stuff like that bother you. If you're a fan of men's physique and you love this division and support the division, don't even argue with these people, right? Let them stay down there. That's their job. That is their job. That makes them feel better to put people down. Physique posing is so hard. Well, then why watch it? Why are you watching it? Why didn't, not only did this guy watch it, by the way, a gorgeous posing routine by the future Fabrizzio Dos Santos. I'll say it again. The future Fabrizzio Dos Santos. I love this guy's physique. He's a fucking alien, boys. Why'd you watch it, man? Morning of the Mr. Olympia, flat as a pancake. Insane physique, guys. If you don't know who this is, and I'm getting a lot of new subscribers right? A lot of new people are joining the channel. I want to introduce you to someone who very first pro show, Australia Pro, wins the show. Comes into the Mr. Olympia, brings an amazing package, gets Jeremy Buendia backstage to tell him, bro, I don't even know how you were not top 10. 2023 is going to be very, very, very special year for Fabrizzio. He hasn't been competing very long, and he already looks like this. I think he has the best arms in men's physique by far. And this photo is kind of going viral right now. It's him and Ramon Dino. If you follow Classic Physique at all, you know who this superstar is. And he literally is out-angling one of the guys in Classic Physique who has the best arms in Classic Physique. That's how special Fabrizzio Dos Santos is. I mean, he put up this photo right before the Olympia. It got 117,000 likes. Imagine how many people opened it up and just didn't like it. Probably millions of people, boys. I love the genetic freaks of the game. I do. I'm not a genetic freak myself. I have really good genetics, and I feel like I work hard and my physique shows, but there's some guys out there, and they're just the genetic elite, and you can't do anything about it but appreciate it. So if you put it down, man, I feel like it says a lot more about you than it does about them and their placings and how the judges see them. Shout out to his coach, Scott. Prepped him for this show. Scott also coaches me right now. I just put up a new Instagram reel. Go check it out. He's really helping me out with my nutrition, my training. Really appreciate you, Scott. The guy's a guru. I'll put up his Instagram. Go check him out right now. Fabrizzio Dos Santos, I'll say it one last time, is the future. Recently, I saw Jeremy Buendia about, 3-4 weeks ago hop on Flex Lewis's, your 212 5-time, I think, champion. It's a podcast. It's a really nice podcast. He gets a lot of guests on there. Jeremy Buendia went on there. He talked about his story, talked about his comeback, talked about his history, just everything. It was really, really cool to watch. I recommend you guys go check that out. Again, it's on Flex Lewis's Instagram. And Jeremy opened up about a lot of shit he didn't have to open up about. And it's crazy seeing all the negative comments. It's crazy seeing everyone like feeling bad about themselves. Like, that's really what it is to me, right? Because it's just negativity everywhere. A lot of people don't feel good about themselves, so it's very easy to leave a negative comment and be like, yeah, because when you put someone down, you're going to feel better about yourself. And it's just so wrong. Look at this. The same guy who's beaten multiple girlfriends, right? Didn't he beat up women? His physique is undeniable, but he was a terrible ambassador for the division. I mean, how long are these people going to stay stuck in 2014? This shit is almost 10 years ago. Yes, he has a bad history, guys. But just like the Olympia and the Erin Banks decision, I didn't like it. I didn't agree with what Jeremy was doing 8, 9, 10 years ago. But things change, boys. You have to move on. You have to see what the guy has been doing for the last 3, 4 years. He's a beautiful fucking wife, a beautiful fucking daughter, an amazing family. If you continue to hate on this guy, it's just wrong, boys. Don't be one of those people. Funny how people talk crap, but his issues were in the media. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. It's just crazy, boys. I'm stoked for this guy's comeback, not only with his physique, but with his life. I mean, this is 2017. 2017. This is 6 years ago, and he looked like that. Can you imagine what Jeremy Buendia is going to look like in, 9 months, 10 months on the Olympia stage? He's going to be one to reckon with, guys. He has one goal in mind, and that's to defeat Erin Banks. This guy looked insane in 2017. And by the way, he did win in 2017 as well. It was one of his last titles. It was his 4th title. And it's just crazy looking at what Jeremy brought back then, thinking how much bigger he is now, thinking about the team that's behind him now and his support system. Yeah, he doesn't have Hani, right? That's a huge loss, of course. He has a new coach, a trusting coach. He has Transcend behind him. And honestly, still tens of thousands, if not more, people that support the shit out of Jeremy Buendia, man. I brought up this video because it just blows my mind thinking, wow, he's going to come in looking crazy. And there's so many people that still doubt Jeremy, which is just nuts. And this photo says it all. This photo says it all. He says, I'm always winning, man. It doesn't even have to be on the stage. This photo's sick. I remember when he posted this. It's a new Jeremy Buendia. If you only can see Jeremy Buendia as a girlfriend beater, which I do not, I don't approve of, obviously, guys. I mean, you gotta be with the times, man. He's progressing. He's changing. He's becoming a better man. Like, that's the Jeremy Buendia I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about all that bullshit, try to get all these views, all that negativity. That's not going to be me, guys. Again, looking at this photo, what do you see? What do I see? Genetics, discipline, then the drugs. No one in hell can get to this level without that middle one, which is discipline. A lot of people have genetics. Tons of people have genetics. You know how many people are walking this earth right now that have better genetics than Erin Banks? You know how many people compete right now that have better genetics than Erin Banks, but don't have the discipline, but they do the drugs? Thousands, boys, thousands. So if you're new to the bodybuilding world, if you're new to my channel, understand it's not just about the drugs. Please stop saying it's only because of steroids. And I'm not pointing my fingers at all of you, because there's a lot of you that get it. And you guys are the ones that I can connect with. And I really appreciate that. You guys are the ones that can slip in my DMs. We can have a great conversation like we always do. 2016, 2017, 2018. The last 3 times Jeremy Buendia was on that Olympia stage. He won in 2016, he won in 2017, and in 2018 he got 4th place. In 2018, Brandon Hendrickson won his very first men's physique Mr. Olympia title. Jeremy Buendia spilled over, brought an insane package, an improved package, I thought. And it wasn't just the calf tattoo, which is cool too. Some of the best calves in men's physique. I talk about that all the time. Vitor Chavez, I just talked about, had some nasty calves. Carlos de Oliveira. What about Jeremy Buendia's Filipino calves, man? Asian guys have some gnarly calves. I wonder what would have happened if Jeremy Buendia didn't tear his pec. Do you think he would have gone on to win multiple titles, even more titles? Do you think he would have won the 2018 Mr. Olympia? I think he probably would have, guys. It's crazy how that injury affected his career so much. Injuries are just crazy. But in 2023, I'm praying and I'm manifesting here in my little apartment that Jeremy Buendia stays healthy, because imagine how exciting it's going to be watching his prep for the 2023 Olympia. I mean, this guy literally helped build the division of men's physique tremendously. You know how many countries he's traveled to and spoke about men's physique and bodybuilding in general? I want to see a healthy, happy Jeremy Buendia for this 2023 prep. Obviously, it's going to be a while till he preps, boys. And it's going to be Brandon versus Jeremy versus Erin Banks. That's your top 3. There is no one else that I can think of that's better than these guys right now. A lot of people are counting out Jeremy. That's the wrong thing to do. And when he wins, those people counting him out, you're not going to see them anymore. You're just going to see positive comments. So I'm telling you right now, boys, take my word. In 2023, the Mr. Olympia is going to be very, very special. I love you, boys. Happy Friday, February 10th, almost Valentine's Day. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for the insane amount of support on the channel. 40K subs in 3 months. Bodybuilding BS put up a story on his Instagram the other day. Killer channel. Really respect what he does. And in 12 months, he got 100,000 subscribers. And in 3 months, we got 40,000. So my goal is maybe by like October to hit 100K. That'd be fucking crazy. Get one of those silver plaques. And I owe it to you guys, man. Wouldn't happen if you guys didn't watch this shit, man. Love you, boys. I'm out of here. I'll see you soon.